First time ever doing a
Maybe
podcast.
the first time ever doing a podcast.
First time ever doing a podcast. Beautiful.
There is something weird about it with the camera now being over there and you being here, where I'm used to like looking at it's less of the. Now it's like I have the power of it's a real decision to do a little to camera, like. We're having a chat
it's easier to
camera.
riff in real time because now there's no lag.
I know it is hilarious. It's
So-
actually like I'm pausing for the delay.
Yeah, exactly.
It actually feels quite weird. Like I'm not used to this at all, really, when you think about it. Like I'm quite nervous about it because it's so different.
You know how this is typically how most podcasts.
They do it in person.
They do it in person.
Apparently so. God, that would take so much effort. You have to fly around the world.
I know.
Every single time.
Imagine doing what you did yesterday every week.
I couldn't. I'd rather die.
That's fair. Hey guys. Well. Who would have thought? Close to our 1-year anniversary of meeting.
I know. Is this
We're
weird for
near
you
it.
guys? Or is this weird for me right now? I feel so. This is like.
I'm in my house. I'm perfectly
Yeah,
comfortable.
exactly. I slept on this
Perfectly
floor.
comfortable. On this.
They put me on the floor, guys. They put me on the floor here.
like a dog.
It's actually on a really
Like a
comfortable
dog.
bed. I'm not gonna lie. We have a cat as well below the very camera that this is being recorded on.
He's our producer.
This is quite joyous just watching, being able to enjoy a nice sleeping cat.
He's so long.
It's
Such a long cat.
It's such a long cat. No, but it is for me. I think it's the sensory differences of this recording. I don't have my headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the screen right there.
Right.
It's very different. I feel like this
Cocomelon.
is an interview or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does feel much more formal.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, even though it's normally just me sitting right here doing my normal thing every single week.
Yeah.
So I'm just 2 feet over, and instead I'm looking to my right instead
It's
of
a
my
different angle, different
my
part of the world.
which is
Yeah.
interesting.
It is very bizarre. You can see why people do it. It makes a lot more sense
Yeah.
without the delay and everything.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But who would have thought? 1 year later, after the magnificent, I was thinking the other day, we talk about Canva as if it was like this great,
Like a
this
life-changing
great,
achievement.
yeah. And like most people probably have not seen the Canva talk. They
No.
didn't watch the stream, and you know what? Good on them.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Looking back, it was kind of,
It was just such a. It
was a rush,
It was a time. It meant a lot. It did a lot for, I think, society as a whole. But it is just so funny because nobody really understands it except for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Because it was quite monumental. I mean, it really just it kicked off all of this.
yeah, it was quite exciting. It was
Yeah.
quite exciting, and like the whole thing was just so fun. And I had to go to a wedding like 2 days after our talk, and I wanted to stay in LA longer, but I couldn't because I had a wedding, and I left the next day.
And then I left the day after that
Yeah, that's true.
because I
That's
got
one
my
hell of a
flights and my
trip.
hotel wrong, and I booked the hotel for 1 day longer than it needed to be. But honestly, the flight was at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, when you've got the hotel for that extra day, it means you don't have to check out at 11, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
You get to just enjoy the rest of the day. So I wasn't actually too mad about it. I had a home base until 9 p.m.
And honestly, that's the thing. You don't have to book a hotel for the night.
No.
You can just have it.
And I was like, I want to check out. And they were like, what? It's 9 p.m. And I went, I'm
I
smarter
had a
than
flight
you.
to catch.
I said, I'm smarter than I'm a genius.
I got, places to be.
They asked me about LA. They asked me about the trip at the customs. I got through, if anyone's curious. I did not get detained.
He was
in
very
Honolulu
afraid he was going to
airport.
get detained.
And they didn't even look at my itinerary. I printed out the whole thing. I had a whole thing ready. I had addresses. I had numbers. I had details. I was worried. I used the name Kel Lauren on the thing, and I was worried. I was like, "What if they look up Kel? It's not illegal."
Like,
what
oh
if,
no!
what could happen? And I was like,
Fraud.
they could get me. They could find like one small inconsistency, and they could get me. But we had a lovely chat. It was very fun. It was fun, but in a scary kind of like he was looking for.
What was the vibe of the guy?
He was like, haha, we're having fun, but like, I will.
He's like, but
if there is something I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he was like, "Oh, you're a graphic designer." I went, yeah. He goes, "Self-employed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Interesting." You know, and I'm like, that I think the self-employed crew are the ones who are getting like in trouble here, because it could be seen as work. This could be seen as work.
We're just hey, federal government, I know you're watching. We're having a goof and a gaff.
I don't claim any of kelliot revenue on tag as business income. Because it all goes back into the business. We don't really know how to do it. No, we don't.
And that's the thing. I don't know. As an American, our tax system is so complicated.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. So all the money we have just goes right back into kelliot because it's just easier that way.
I feel like we're recording our first episode.
And I think back to the one that we recorded in the corporate suite at SoFi Stadium.
What a time that was.
That was a beautiful time. That was so fun. Very monumental. So fun.
I feel like I truly feel out of my element right now. That's crazy.
You're fine.
Is this okay?
Yeah. Just look at Ben.
It could be the glasses. Yeah. Honestly. No,
do you want it? You can put your headphones on if you want. That would make you feel better.
I'm going to put on noise cancelling headphones and I'm just going to zone out.
You just hear muffled version.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be like, not now.
It's just you tuning me out, which is fine.
But we are recording more things. This will be released slowly, drip fed to the audience one by one. This is the introductory one, as it's just us two here. Everything is recording, right? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just you know, because you never know. But it's official, everyone. I have landed here. In fact, when this episode gets uploaded, it's true, I will still be in the blessed United States of America. I'll be in New York's City, which is exciting. In Bushwick / Ridgewood, where I've been told is the home of graphic designers. My phone's on. I'm going to turn that off just because
it's all good.
I got no etiquette.
Not been stopping. Even though I told everyone I'm taking this week off.
Yeah.
And people are doing it anyway. They're emailing me anyway.
I'm just getting messages from all of the Australians. My mom and my girlfriend are reacting to the photos of me with the cats on. The cats have been loving I can say most of the cats here have warmed up to me. Most is in 2 of the 3. One we're still a bit unsure on, but that's okay.
And it's not the one that you would think. It's George is like a lingerer. Like, he'll stare at you from afar, even though he is so personable and friendly. He's just a tough nut to crack with new people. Benny and Gus love new people, love strangers, except for the maintenance people. Really don't like the maintenance people. But George is just very jumpy. But he is a lap cat and he's very sweet. He will warm up eventually.
They're all very
He'll
sweet.
Stare at you long enough from afar where he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I think I can do this.
I'm being observed constantly, being watched in this place.
It's like the Customs and Border Patrol.
A few cameras
agent.
in here, they're looking at me. And it's fair. It's fair. Because I get up to no good.
You're in his domain, so.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, look at this guy.
This gorgeous sleeping cat. Gorgeous little Benson.
It looks like a little log.
Benson cam activate. We have that power.
I mean, people have asked, like, whenever I'm filming just like a regular video, they're like, you should just have like a cat cam. And I'm like, do you know how much my cats move?
Yeah. It wouldn't
constantly.
Work.
Like.
Exactly. And Benson appears to have calmed down at the sound of our voices.
Definitely.
Which is really sweet that they're able to do that, just to chill out.
And completely power down.
Yeah, truly. And absolutely powered down.
He's like an on and off switch. Like, he's awake and then like you see the switch starting to turn off and then he's completely out cold for minimum 4 hours.
He's got a real leopard coat to him.
Oh, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful cat.
Incredibly beautiful. Very lean cat as well. Shiny coat. Very healthy coat. You could see it's a healthy environment.
Yes. Even our vet was just like, he's so handsome.
Yeah.
He's so striking. Like, he has great teeth. They said some of the best teeth. And I mean, when we take him on our walks, everybody's like, what a striking cat that is. And I'm like, thank you. I know.
They say that about me when I'm out and about as well.
Yeah. What a striking cat you are.
Right around here in Portland, in the Portland area.
They're always saying that about Aussies.
My stomach's making crazy noises as well. I want to just be clear. So everyone,
I don't think it's getting picked up.
Planes fuck with me.
That's okay. It's confusing.
Like, I'm in pain for most of the flight. Like, honestly, in pain.
It was the turkey sliders.
It was the turkey sliders. 3 turkey sliders on a pretzel bun. The sweetest bun I've ever had at Hawaii, Honolulu.
He had a Hawaiian sweet roll.
It's true. $15 USD for 3 sliders.
I think that's a good deal for airport food.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually like, I don't know, $25.
Amazing scenes. No checkout. All AI.
Oh, that's fun. Really fun.
You put this AI. You put your groceries in the thing. You separate them, and then it just scans them. Suddenly,
you don't even have to ring up a card.
You don't have to do anything.
It just like scans. It's like
yeah. I put my head under there.
Yeah.
It went
deducted from bank.
Yeah. It went wow, priceless. That's what
Beautiful.
I said. Yeah, it's been a good travel. It's been a good journey. I'm still a bit dazed from it as well. I got in. Everyone hasn't even been 24 hours at this point.
No.
I got in last night at probably like 10 p.m. I think it was, and it's about midday, 2 p.m. now. Mm-hmm. Generous midday, but you know, I went to bed at 2:30 a.m. I think I said goodnight to these guys at midnight, and then I don't know what I did for 2.5 hours, but I caught up on everything I missed on the flight, even though I didn't miss much because the flight had Wi-Fi.
That's true.
I watched.
You still need a good Wi-Fi. Watching TikTok on a plane is crazy.
A few people are doing it around me, and I was like, "Wow, is this what we've become?" Plane used to be switch off. Good night. No,
that's kind of the beauty of it, where it was like,
yeah,
you could just ponder about life,
which is what I love. Like, I've been anti-Wi-Fi. I don't turn it on. I'm anti-screen. I don't watch movies.
Yeah,
I don't think it's how God intended us to watch movies. I think it's bad. I think people I watched Dune on the plane.
Like, I tried to watch Dune on the plane once. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, because you watched it on the plane. And
I also tried at home.
Yeah, because you watched it at home.
And I still said, not for me.
You gotta watch it in IMAX.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, that's how Oppenheimer is designed to be.
Yeah. Sinners as well.
I haven't seen Sinners yet.
It's really
I know.
good.
We gotta go.
There's one scene in that everyone says is the scene, and it is the scene. And I can't find it on YouTube anywhere. I just want to watch it again. It was so good.
I don't do well really at all with any sort of scary, gory anything.
Yeah.
So I was nervous. Like when we first saw the trailer, I was like, I'm intrigued because Michael B. Jordan. But
plays twins.
Also, I'm like, oh, it seems a little scary because I really don't do well with anything.
It starts with a few jump scares that got me. I was like, this isn't my type of movie.
Yeah.
But then it goes into like more of the classic horror tropes, and I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
It's like a bit more action horror, and I was like, nice.
People said it's really good. So I'll do it. I mean, Julia trapped me into watching Gone Girl.
Oh.
When she was visiting once.
The Ben Affleck thriller.
Yeah. Where what's his name? Not Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The blonde fellow from How I Met Your Mother.
Barney.
Yeah, what's his name?
Legend, wait for it, Dairy. Kel, wait for it. Yeah, how about that? Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris. It's the three named Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Neil Patrick Harris. They're the same thing. Watching him ass naked.
Oh.
And then he died.
God.
I was looking at Julia the whole time, and she's looking at me. She's like,
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know. I've never seen it personally.
Oh, sorry to give it away.
I still don't know what happens.
It did come out like 15,
I didn't know he
years
was
ago.
in it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ass.
I know some people like that who are like don't even talk to me about any part of the movie.
I assume because I have seen no movies ever.
Yeah.
I assume everybody else has already seen the movies because they're like, oh, have you seen this very popular movie? And 9 times out of 10, it's like, no, I have not seen it.
Yeah.
Because my mom's like afraid of TVs and microwaves. So
they're similar.
You know, yeah. My parents have a little, like previously growing up, our microwave was like we have like our kitchen and we have like our sunroom, which is an old converted patio into like a second living area / dining room. And the microwave was in the corner of the sunroom away from the kitchen because my mom's like, it's causing cancer. And my family's full of engineers, ironically. And we're like, Mom, it's going like this and it's not coming out of the microwave. The waves stop.
I understand.
And she's like, no, it's bad. So in the corner. And then now that they've like slightly remodeled their kitchen, they got one that you would only see in either like a retirement home or a college dorm room. And it is so small. My dad hates it because I can't even like cook popcorn right. and it's in like my parents' pantry, and I think they spent maybe $25 on it because my mom hates microwaves so much. I don't know why she's so afraid of it.
I used to be anti-microwave.
Yeah.
I didn't have one in the home. I thought it was unnecessary. I thought, what's the point of microwave? I used to eat things cold.
Oh.
All the time.
Are you a cold pizza guy?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, man.
It's classic.
Matt likes cold pizza. I have to heat mine up.
Weird.
I don't microwave. I'm not psycho, but like
right.
I'll put it in like our new toaster oven.
Yeah.
That's my parents recently got on the toaster oven train. And my favorite thing to do around my parents now that they're retired and like they have kids at home, so now like when they see us they like getting us little gifts and stuff. So like whenever I'm home I'm like, that's a really nice toaster oven. You know, we've really been needing a new toaster oven.
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, check your mailbox.
That's pretty sick.
So that's what we got our new toaster oven. Our old one was so loud, like if someone was in the kitchen and we were like trying to have a conversation with one of us sitting on the couch and one of us was in the kitchen, it was like there was there was like a lawnmower in the kitchen. Yeah. And now the new one, oh my God,
quiet as a mouse.
It's on like convection air fry, like on its highest 500 degrees.
Did you say air fry?
Yeah, it air fries. And you can fit half a sheet pan in there, first of all, which is great. So you can cook like a whole dinner in there now.
What about half a bed pan?
A sheet pan? Do you know what a sheet pan is?
I just sort of make a cheap joke about a bed pan.
Okay, yeah, I put my bed pans in there. But you can fit so much in there, and that's how I know I'm almost 30. As I'm really excited about my new toaster oven.
Wish I could see it. Unfortunately, I've been trapped in this room and I'm not allowed to leave. I can't see the rest of the
We have to come and escort him out.
It's quite unfortunate, yeah. I go out the window.
Yeah. It's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sure the neighbors would love it.
I'm just here I'm just chilling out. I ran through Honolulu Airport.
Yeah.
I was thinking at that airport, I was like, because it is amazing how every, I guess, international airport in this country will have a system just like that, the same looking room. It's the same fucking room. They're always with like all these desks and these long lines.
Customs?
You know, the customs thing.
Yeah.
They all have that one room. And it's like, you have to go through that room. And I was like, what if I didn't? What if, I was thinking, I reckon it wouldn't be too hard. Yeah. I would never do it. But I was like, I reckon the way they do it in Honolulu with the buses, the shuttle buses.
But just like with enough confidence, you can really do anything.
For sure. I was thinking I think that's what I spent most of like the 2.5 hours last night thinking about. I was like, oh, what if I went in and I skipped the line a bit and I went, my son, has anyone seen my son?
My son, I'm an American.
Where's my son? My American son. Yeah,
Braxton.
We were coming on a holiday to Hawaii. We're going to Waikiki Beach. We wanted to get a poke bowl. Yeah. Help. And then I reckon I could get there.
They'd be like, oh, sir, right this way. Go find your son.
My son, he's texting me. He's at baggage claim. All right,
he's at baggage claim.
They did one of those things as well with I did it on the way to New York in 2023, where you get your bag and then then there's just like a kind of conveyor belt that says it transfers, put bag on here. And I just looked at it and there was a guy there and he was like, you flying Hawaiian for the next leg? And I went, yeah. And he goes, it goes on here. And I was like,
I just say goodbye here.
This looks crazy. What do you mean I say goodbye here? And then I leave the airport to a different terminal. Yeah. You're telling me I'm just going to check it in? And then I was like, what? It might not show up.
I mean, when you said you were still waiting for your bag, I was like, uh-oh.
I was concerned for a bit there.
Uh-oh.
Portland Airport. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you to whoever designed that building. It's truly gorgeous. It's quite incredible. I did tell Kel there is a, and you know about this, but some people at home might not. There is a little on the way from the gates to the baggage claim. There was a little, and also I love flying domestic. I love going through no gates. I love just getting off the airport like you got off at a bus stop. Yeah. I think it's so fun. Yeah. Like, I just flew in.
Just walk out.
Just did a 5-hour flight. Yeah. And I just get to walk out. Well, I might as well have flown from LA.
It's just the one-way thing. Yeah. If you try to turn around, the alarms go off.
Oh, yeah.
I think they shoot you, actually.
But it is smooth. Yeah. I saw a few people get shot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
America.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or a gun. It's always fun. But no, there's a little theater, a tiny little theater there. It's called the Hollywood. I think it just says big neon sign that says Hollywood. And all these restaurants, and there's just one thing that says Hollywood. I was like, what the fuck is that? and they show short films in like, I guess, a 24/7 running cinema.
Yep.
No popcorn.
Why? Nobody knows. Did you walk by the claymation display?
I did walk by the comment with
Isn't
the tiny
that
kitchen, the
cute?
Tiny Chef.
It's so cute.
They had the Tiny Chef.
It's
You know,
because
the one that goes,
the studio that does that is in Portland.
I had a feeling, I thought there was something to do. I thought it was either that or like the I don't know, PBS headquarters was in Portland or something, because they were also part of the same network, it looked like. Oh, actually different networks. I didn't spend time to look. I was busy trying to overtake a couple, but they were taking up a lot of the...
Oh, no, dude, I know that hallway. It's so long.
So long, and I'm like, speed up.
Yeah, I'm such a fast walker too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, that's one thing I love about Julia. Julia hauls ass.
Important. Walk
on
with purpose.
foot.
Walk
She
with
is
purpose.
going.
Yeah.
Like,
You
New
always
York
walk
is
with
her
purpose.
place.
Yeah.
But like when we first met, I was like, oh my God, fast walker. I'm a fast walker. I love walking fast. I also like walking slow, but I have to be in the right mood. And whenever I'm in that hallway, I'm like, oh my God.
Taking the sweet ass time.
For the love of God, move.
Yeah.
And like, I'm lapping people.
It's two people like with a little bit of distance between them.
Yeah.
Or like three people, you know, so it's like 2.5 people, you know, is basically what it feels like.
And then
there's
if
no
you
room
like
to
squeeze
overtake.
between, it's kind of like you feel kind of like a dick because you're just like,
And you got a suitcase, so you're rolling that. Actually, you don't at that point. Sorry, that's a falsity. Because you haven't got that yet. Because you got to go to the bag claim to get that.
Yeah. Downstairs.
Yeah. Weird area, scary area, spooky area. 24-hour convenience store area. One guy behind the counter was looking for me, but please come over, buy something.
Please buy some Chex Mix.
I was about to buy a bag of Ruffles.
Ooh.
And I said, you don't need any Ruffles.
You know,
you're gonna get Taco Bell.
The Portland Airport carpet is very famous.
Really?
Yeah, it's on
what makes it famous?
Great question. I don't understand, but it's because I'm not from Portland.
Right.
The green roller rink looking carpet, if you saw it just throughout the entire airport, even with the beautiful new ceiling and stuff, they kept this style of carpet. It's like, do you recall seeing it? I can pull up a picture if you don't recall seeing it.
I never looked down.
See, that's the only place I look. But essentially they wanted to remove it, and people got very upset about that. So when they redid the airport, they like custom ordered it.
Oh, yes.
And the Blazers have a city jersey like 2 years ago.
Oh,
if you remember the teal and black jerseys, it was because
it
of
was
this.
a reference to the airport.
Yes, because the airport was going to be opening soon.
Right. So they were walking advertisement for the airport, essentially. See, this is the
airport.
thing. They released too many city jerseys for the teams,
and
now
there's
that
so
they
many
have to get
bad ones.
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
Wizards
God.
one this year was... I think this year was different, but it was still kind of the same as the one the year before, which was to do with these... There's like these 50 stones in Washington, D.C. 50 stones.
Like rocks?
Yeah.
Is it like a rock themed? I can get
It was like
behind that.
there's something significant about the rocks. The stones, they call them the stones.
Is it like the 50 states?
I think potentially something like that. And it was more of a copper, like they had this like copper kind of gradient, like teal, like rusted copper kind of thing.
It was this year's or last year?
I think it might have been this year's. Just such a Wizard City jersey, stones.
The city of Jersey.
And then I forgot what the one this year was, but the best one was the cherry blossoms.
Oh, Icon.
The cherry blossoms was incredible. That's the one that I own. Yeah, the district.
Oh, the Disneyland one.
Oh, with the font looks a bit like it. Yeah. The dead.
Interesting.
I can get around it apart from the collar. I think the collar looks awful.
Yeah,
I can look it up, everyone.
The colors are nice, but I don't like the gradient. That's pretty bad.
No, it didn't make much. It pissed me off. I don't think there should be gradients on most jerseys. I think a block color works so much better. I
don't think we give gradients enough hate, to be completely honest, if we can tie it back to graphic design.
Valid.
I think there
graphic
are
design
some
hot takes moment.
There are some good gradients, but I feel like most gradients aren't as cool as people think they. I feel like certain gradient color combos really can date the gradient.
Yeah.
Like there are some very nice gradients in the world. You can use them in really interesting ways.
Oh, definitely.
But I feel like a lot of, especially in jerseys, it really brings me to like 2015.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're not far enough past from when gradients were like a really, really big thing, especially in clothing. Like and I see it all the time in jerseys. But you know, my least favorite city jersey is the I think it was a Timberwolves one. Oh, city.
It wasn't the city of brotherly love.
That one's pretty bad.
Those were funny. What about the one that just says CN? Isn't it CLT? The Charlotte one.
You compare that with
that's a classic.
the Cream City.
The Cream City. Yeah. That's so good.
This one.
Oh, disgusting.
This was so bad. The Minnesota
that
Timberwolves.
One pissed me off.
City jersey from, I think it was last year or maybe 2 years ago.
Icy, weird river looking thing. Not nice.
Yeah.
Not nice at all.
Horrible. And
Minnesota have had some misses with the back. I think they did one which was the Prince-inspired purple one. That one was sick. That's a great one.
This one's really
the
good.
Kevin Garnett era.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
I'm glad they brought, like, I love when they bring back extremely hot take here. I love when they bring back vintage jerseys.
Oh my God, no.
So
no one's ever said that.
No, we're first ones ever.
There's something there.
There's something there.
This is another moment, I think, where you can get. I've been thinking about this more and more as I look into my new YouTube video about minimalist movie posters.
Yes.
About things that are universally interesting, like graphic design that's universally interesting to non-graphic designers, to people without an interest in graphic design. Things that they have an opinion on, and I think throwback jerseys is always kind of like good design.
It's nostalgia based.
It's yeah. There's something in it.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's a good example of it. Maybe I'll make a whole video about that.
I think there's something there.
Accessible design, like something about like getting people into it.
Yeah.
I think there's something so fun. Accessible in a different way, like in a way that just gets people like.
It's very pedestrian.
Yeah, pedestrian design. That's so cool. Yeah, it just gets people like going, oh, maybe I do care about how things look.
Yeah.
Maybe even like the Jaguar logo, I think was a good example.
It's just
somehow people gave a shit about that.
It's so interesting to think about, like, is when I'm reminded that especially like Gen Z still have a lot of very like reactionary views.
Yeah.
Where they suddenly like something switches in their brain and they're like, I'm a boomer. And they act like, I don't know, it's the forthcoming of Christ when like Chobani changed their packaging and people literally flipped out over it. And it's so interesting to watch, like someone who, I'm like, you don't care.
No.
You don't give a fuck about yogurt packaging.
Yeah.
Why are you like, I can't believe my favorite brand. That was very cute.
That was really, really cute.
But like, I'm like, you don't care about something like this change. Why?
Yeah. Oh, you have something to say?
Yeah, it's just
you found
on
the
Twitter.
words.
Just
you found the words to put in.
My favorite brand. I've supported this brand for it, and it's like
Jaguar. Whatever happened to legacy?
The edges.
Whatever happened to history?
I'm like, you drive a 2012 Toyota Camry.
All the cars, all the good cars are gone. Yeah. You see, they fired the or they're no longer working with the advertising agency that worked
did that?
with. Yeah, the whole campaign.
Over the.
But they were doubling down so hard for so long.
Wait, the agency or Jaguar?
The agency. Jaguar had to stop working with the agency.
That's really funny.
I really thought they were gonna. I thought that was the whole thing. I'd love to be
on that email chain.
Once you get rid of them, you admit that it was bad, and that's the whole. You can't.
Yeah.
Always deny it. Yeah. Never accept defeat.
Hold your ground, man.
I was really surprised. Yeah, I was like way too late.
Yeah.
If they were gonna do it, they do it. You got to do it day one or day none.
Yeah.
And I think they dropped the ball on that. I think it's only a more miserable end for it all. Like,
that's tragic.
I didn't mind the look of the car. Did you see the cars when they came out?
Yeah, I think they're fine.
They were kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I worked with the branding.
I had more of a problem with the like general like Pantone styling
that was shocking.
That
was so dumb.
The promo video, that was very
that made no
let me guess, Pantone mug. You have a Pantone mug?
Pantone mug. CEO's got a Pantone mug. CEO's got, I really have a passion for color. I really like how I like bold. Jaguar, I've always thought was a bold brand. Yeah.
Storytelling through color.
Google changed their logo. Kind of. I think they turned the block color into a gradient now. Whoa.
My op.
The world's gone crazy, guys. The world's gone crazy. Everyone cares.
Design.
Everyone cares about this.
The wrong people are caring. Yeah, we need more of the right people to start caring for the love of God.
It's ridiculous. But it is good to be in the heart of graphic design here in Portland.
Everyone here is a graphic designer, I swear to God.
Then why has no one said hi to me yet?
It's because we've gone to Trader Joe's and we went and got coffee today.
I reckon someone knew me at the airport.
Probably. They'd be like, they're like, let me guess, here to see Kel? Likely.
Can you
Fork,
imagine
kitchen.
walking past someone you've known online for a while and you're like, they don't even live close to me at all, and then you just see that, you'd be like, what? Huh?
I always wonder that, like, because I live just outside Portland. Like, I always wonder because there have been like a couple instances where people have said hi to me outside of Portland and also in Portland, but it's like, I always wonder, especially here, because it's not like, this isn't like a content hub. There's not like a ton of content creators who live in Portland.
But this is a content house.
This is, obviously.
Right now it is.
So I'm always like, do people, it's one of those like paranoia things. I'm like, because like I know people see me, because like people will DM me, which is worse.
Yeah.
Because then I just feel like I've been observed somewhere.
Yeah.
And that scares me. But I'm like, just say hi, so I don't feel like someone was just staring at me from across the grocery store.
That's true. It is nice when people say. Speaking of which, we should show these have finally made it here.
He remembered.
Thank you, Audrey.
He remembered.
Thank you, Audrey. This is very sweet. Very sweet. Flip that one. Flip that.
Sorry.
There we go. Look at that.
Kel.
Look at that.
And
incredible.
Then the other side.
All bowls. That's pretty
brilliant.
sick. That's pretty sick.
Brilliant.
Finally made it. If I forgot this.
I was gonna text you to remind
Why did I bring
you.
Mine? Oh no! I had to.
You
that makes
obviously
sense.
had
That
it.
makes sense.
You're not,
Now I'm gonna leave
even
this
have it on
here.
your can.
It doesn't fit in the can's too.
Oh, it's
can's too small.
Too loose.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Kind of looks funny. Shout out to Sparkling Guava Juice Beverage, everyone, from Trader Joe's. You'll never guess where we went today. Oh, does it fit the Mitsuya cider?
Let's see. It does.
Wow.
It's a little short.
Very
It's
cool.
very cute. It's very quaint. Very quaint.
See, this is a bit like, I'm a bit scared.
Yeah,
but
I can't get too
excited.
excited.
No, yeah, exactly. You wouldn't want to put that down.
Thank you. This is genuinely very cute. I love koozies so much. I pitch them all the time. What's your favorite merch item to buy? If I may interview you about your...
Of course.
Because you have good taste in merchandise options
Finish the
in
sentence
general.
there. Good taste.
You're a tchotchke enjoyer.
What's that?
Like tchotchkes. Like,
I've heard two words today.
What was
Tchotchke and
what was the other one?
Pochi. Pomeranian Chihuahua blend.
Oh, pomchi.
Pomchi.
My parents have a pomchi.
That's so
yeah,
good.
Pomeranian Chihuahua.
I think
blend.
my merch thing would be
like tchotchkes, like a... Here's some good tchotchkes.
Oh yes. I like stuff like this.
Like,
I do like stuff like that.
Crap, one could say.
I honestly, little.
We
little
bought
wares,
this
little knickknacks.
when
Yeah, we
we
got
were
that
in
in
LA.
LA. What was the one that I got? Some oat milk one, I think.
I think yours said money for oat milk or something.
She drinks oat milk. She loved it.
I love little coin bags like this, and then it's just, it opens up. I love things.
I was on the
like
lookout when I
this.
was in Japan.
Oh, Tchotchke City.
Tchotchke City. I was probably looking more. I was looking for like a really good lighter.
Ooh.
Not that I even light anything, but I just wanted a lighter.
Like a refillable lighter, or
like just a
like a
little big
lighter.
thing that had a cool design on it, because there were so many with cool designs.
Oh yeah.
I got this really cool yellow one in the end,
Nice.
and I was like, awesome. And then my favorite thing is probably like a carabiner-esque thing, something that you can clip onto like a bag. Obsessed. I love those.
Yeah.
A little charm, if you will.
Oh yeah. Bring back phone
Gorgeous.
charms.
Yeah.
I
Something
had a lot of those.
Small, under the price of $15. Simple.
Yeah.
Cute. I'm not gonna. The shirts are so hit or miss with quality, with sizing, with shape. I find
it's such a big commitment to buy too. Yeah.
Prints, I love. Like, I love what you've done with all your. It's pretty sick. But I'm not gonna. I'm very bad with hanging them up.
Yeah.
And putting them in a frame.
Same.
But like the little charm stuff, we can clip that around in the bag.
Yeah, I can.
On
just
my way
like,
out of the venue.
You can just hang it like anywhere. Like I'll put them on just like little hook things, and
Amazing.
it's like
add something to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I love just keychains. I feel like
Please make my room thing for me, by the way.
I did steal that from a hotel because I was really attached to the design.
Kel's designed a few things for my stay here. It's
do you want to grab
incredible.
your door hanger? Can you reach it?
Yeah.
So, and then
And there was a note.
he also has a welcome card. And it goes with like a matching itinerary. That's what I do for our guests here. So I treat it like a hotel.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty awesome.
Door hangers are one of my favorite things to design. I feel like that's a good little tchotchke because that's not something that people have in their house ever. That's not like, oh, I already have so many door hangers. Nobody says.
No,
I might say that. But like,
not another door hanger. Oh my god.
Yeah. So like things like that. I love doing keychains in particular are very fun as I've moved more into like product development, which is something I wish I had maybe studied in school. It's a major at FITM to do product development, so you learn how to build actual like tech packs to make something like this.
Oh god. Yeah.
I know how to do garment tech packs, but I'm like learning to do like accessory and manufacturing tech packs. But things like that, I love just little trinket trays. I really love doing, typically they're called trinket trays, but they're like rolling trays. And it's just like a little tray about this big.
I've got a few of those. They're so good.
I love
They're
those.
so good. Because it's just another thing. It's like you can place a ring on a table. Mm-hmm. It's junk.
Yeah, but
place a ring on a tray?
Oh,
treasure.
That's fancy. That's curated.
Amazing.
So I love stuff like that.
There are a lot of trays and trinkets around here. It's very homely. I feel very blessed. I feel very. It's so.
Yeah. What do you think
really
of my
nice.
office? There's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, there's more. It turns out there's more to just the camera angle that you were presented with on kelliot.
Yeah.
And the ceiling's quite tall, which is really nice. No, it's incredible.
Thank you.
I'm like, because you gotta understand, most of my stuff is still on the floor of mine.
That's
like,
true.
I still haven't even moved in yet. This is like, lived in. Like,
I mean, I've lived here for a couple years now, but I try to I have to clean out that's a really long closet, and it's mostly it's mostly work samples in there,
right,
and
yeah.
then
some
of my heavier winter coats and mostly sweatshirts. Dear God, I'm not allowed to buy another sweatshirt. Please stop sending me samples of things. But I need to clean that out so I can be more efficient with the space. But I have to constantly curate my office too. I want to reorganize that so I can keep my sewing machine in there instead of right here.
Right. Yes.
And because
even that's gorgeous. Beautiful wood. Yeah, with the rounded rectangles and stuff.
Thank you. I had to pay a man to carry it up here.
Wow.
Because Matt could not carry it.
Yeah, oh God, I can't even imagine.
And it was a TaskRabbit. And the guy got here and he pointed out that our stairs are 2 different angles.
Yeah.
Sorry, and I was like, sorry, bro.
TaskRabbit is crazy as to use as a noun, I feel. Because we don't have that.
They're steeper than the first set. And he's saying, as he's holding this, and then at the end he said, that's the heaviest thing I've ever moved. And I was like, God. And I had to help him. Look at me. I can't, it's so unbelievably heavy.
Yeah.
Unbelievably heavy. He was very nice. And yeah, I really like it. I really like the rounded corners, and that thing folds down. So I want to keep my sewing machine in there. I have my old printer in there before I got my Epson, and my Epson doesn't fit in there. It's too big.
I had quite a bit of fun printing out my itinerary. I haven't used a printer in a while, and I printed it out, and I looked at it and I went, that printer needs to be calibrated.
I love my Epson. You should consider getting one.
How well is it calibrated?
It has a really cool calibration system, actually. It has a bunch of it
makes me
testing.
happy when I see them do it.
Oh, I love doing it. And it's which one is the most aligned? And I'm looking at the sheet and I'm
yes.
J is the most aligned.
Have you seen the one where if you had an ink issue? I don't know, it says it's full of ink, and yet it's not. I hope so. Well, yeah, because it's full of ink, and you go, okay, then why isn't it printing? Why can't I see the color, that one color?
Yeah.
And then you do a print test, and it's because the nub of the
like
printed
clogged?
thing is like clogged from misuse or not using it enough, that it does like rounds and rounds and rounds to like try and like sort it out for you, and it does it for you.
Wow.
And like it'll present there's like 4. This is an old one. I think it was a brother printer that Katie's family had that we were using.
I make stuff. My sewing machine.
Yeah, and it would show up like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 different kind of grids. Oh no, it would show one grid, yeah, in 4 different colors, and then it would show you on the screen. It would be like, which one does it look most like?
I love doing that. It was like a little game.
It was like fun. Yeah, exactly, a puzzle.
Yeah.
I was like, it does look like number 3.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the swatches, and it's like, which is the most accurate? I'm like, this is so fun.
I was like, how did it know?
Talk about graphic design game.
Oh yeah.
Take it from the print
Just
calibration.
a little printed calibration test.
No, I think for the amount of money this printer cost, its calibration is pretty good.
You'd hope so. You'd hope so.
I got it on sale, but if anyone is looking into the Epson ET8550, I think, great printer. A bunch of people on Instagram recommended it.
Kelliot took of approval.
It's worth the money. I've gotten well worth the $800 I spent.
Yeah.
On it. It's truly a powerhouse. You can really vary in the quality too. Like you can do like a cheap fast print, or you can do like a stunning art print. Like you get some good paper, send it through that thing. It's shocking the colors that it's capable.
Yeah, wow.
I didn't know a household printer could print colors that vibrant. It turns out it is in the paper.
RBG.
Yeah, I mean the
RGB.
blue.
RBG was a.
Oh my god! Wait,
they wrote a play about her in Sydney
There
Theatre
was.
Company.
I don't know if this.
You know, we have a play about her at Sydney Theatre Company. Wow.
That's crazy.
Why no? And they keep putting it on because it keeps selling out.
There was an incident I got into with someone years ago, and like we were like kind of friends, and then like something soured between us, and we like ended up blocking each other. It was very strange, and it was right after, because again I'm not a liberal. I'm very far on the left, so I don't like Supreme Court justices, especially the ones we have now are so bad. They're so bad. So when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, known horrible racist, was absolutely awful to a lot of Black Americans and Indigenous people, said some really, really horrible anti-Indigenous stuff in her life. Like, Jesus Christ, she was racist. But women, and so when Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, I tweeted a screenshot of the RGB wheel. And I said, the only RGB I care about. Great joke.
That's okay. That's really good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
And this girl got very upset, who I was like kind of friends with. Like she took it like Ruth Bader Ginsburg was her mother.
Yeah.
And like it just was like ripped me apart in Instagram DMs, and we ended up ending in this block. And it was just so funny. A bunch of other people, my followers, got mad about my joke about Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying. And it's just so funny in hindsight, because now we know, Jesus Christ, so many things would have been different if she had retired sooner. Just maybe we wouldn't even have Trump if she had retired sooner. And so it is just so funny. That was one of the first like big controversies I got in on Instagram, was because it popped off on Twitter, and then I was like, obviously I gotta screenshot it, put it on the Instagram story. Yeah. And so I did, and then so many people got so mad at me. And I was like, hey, I'm talking about red, green, blue. What are you talking about? What do you? I said, the only RGB I care about. RGB can stand for so many things.
It could be a sandwich.
Her name isn't Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Like, what do you?
Yeah, but it kind of sounds like it should be.
I know, exactly. Yeah. I have dyslexia. It is practically the same thing to me.
Yeah.
But tweet of all time.
That is a banger
tweet of all time for me.
I can't wait for someone bad who has the initials of CMYK to have the same thing happen. Then that will be a great sequel.
I can't come up with it.
Charles.
Michael.
Yorick.
Joseph,
but
it's spelled with a Y.
With a Y, not a J.
That would actually be really funny if it was spelled with a J, but it's pronounced with a Y, so it's kind of like CMY, but it's like never mind.
Is the middle name something you should try and keep private? I use
it as my
Yeah,
brand
yeah,
name.
sure, yeah, well, that's so good then. Just making sure.
I always thought that was funny because some people were so like, it's like their middle name was like a swear word or something. I'm like, hey, it's okay.
For me, it's like a thing of like it's the ultimate test of whether you know someone.
Yeah.
It's like, what's my middle name then? Like, what you have told you this 20 times, and
I love
like,
when people have like the most
I've got no
random
idea.
middle name. Like
Yeah.
it's either like an incredibly basic Hannah or something. Let us know if your middle name is Hannah.
Hannah.
White girls in America love to have a middle name of Hannah or Elizabeth. I feel like those are the big two. I know so many
always
people.
surprised by that. I mean, Elizabeth is very regal.
Yeah.
But I'm always like Hannah to me is such a new name.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very
It's
youthful.
a palindrome.
Whereas I'm always like, I mean, I don't know where people get their middle names from. I've just inherited my grandfather's.
And that's how a lot of people
Joseph.
have done it.
German. But you know, my grandparents they had the classic, like my mum's mum was called Uretta.
Ooh, that's kind of fun.
Uretta. But like with an E or something. Very like old school.
That's fun though.
Yeah,
Like,
kind
I
of
like
fun.
that.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then I got Elliot, which I like.
And
I
did
think
you
Elliot
confirm?
is a timeless name. I'll defend Elliot to hell and back.
Very T-guy coded.
Who?
A trans man coded.
Oh, right. Sorry.
This guy.
I'm an
it's
ally,
a
but out of the
it's a
community.
great name. It's a running joke of trans guys left
Yeah.
left to change their name to Elliot.
It is
Elliot Page, great. I have Page Boy right there. Great book if you haven't read it.
Great last name.
Oh,
Great combo, Elliot Page.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
fuck, I want that. I want
Lethal
that so
name.
bad.
Lethal name.
You know, that's what. Introducing Elliot Elliot Boom.
What if you insisted people pronouncing it like
It's just, it doesn't ring off well at all. Elliot
It makes you go like,
Yeah, I like Elliot Tom. I think that's the funny. That's get rid of the T and move it down one.
Yeah.
Initials? E.T.
I think that works. I think it works.
Yeah.
You could do it.
I think there's definitely something there.
If you could change your name, what would you change it to?
I've thought about this a lot. I was apparently if I was born a girl, I would have been Claudia. And I've always loved that name. Not Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah.
Okay. I
was always like, that would be lovely. It's a very nice name.
If I was a boy, my parents were gonna name me Danny, but not Daniel.
Danny's a great name.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Was it I know a Danny, D-A-N-I.
It was gonna be D-A-N-N-Y.
N-N-Y, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a shame there's two spellings for that one. That they try and differentiate. A Danny for boy, the other Danny for girl.
Danny, girly Danny.
Yeah, maybe Danny like D-A-N-E-I-G-H, like Ashley. We were talking about this last night. How do you spell? Oh, what's your name, Ashley? How do you spell that? Ash, L, and then
You could do like
neigh like a horse.
A-E-S-H-E-L-E-I-G-H.
Yes. I visualize those letters in my head.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space for experiment. Elliot is pretty safe, except not at all. You know what? I'm gonna have a kid call it Elliot. 3 L's. Fuck it.
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Fuck it. I'll be.
Why do we stop at 2?
Why do we do that? Can you imagine LLL bloody bang bang bang?
I mean,
would
Elliot
blend
with 2
in together.
T's. There's a drag queen called Elliot with 2 T's.
That's really good.
Too bad I don't like her, but people do spell it Elliot with 2 T's. I have seen it.
It's very common.
I think I prefer 1 T.
I prefer 1 T, 2 L's.
You do 1 L.
1 L is Elliot. Always. Never will be Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah.
That kills me.
2 T's is 2 T's even encourages the Elliot, no matter what. I feel 1 T short Elliot.
Yeah.
Elliot.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elliot.
In my high school graduating class, there were 3 Kellys, and they were all spelled differently.
Right.
And I knew one with I-E, one with an I, and I was Y.
No E-I-G-H.
No, that's a
That would
little
be
after
weird.
my
That'd
time.
be a lot. Yeah.
But I always liked, like, my parents named me Kelly with a Y, and people forget that my name is Kelly because I've just gone by Kel for so long, and people think that my name just ends at Kel, like it couldn't ever possibly be shortened. Some people thought my name was Kelsey for a while.
Oh. Like the brothers.
Yes. So I'm glad they did it with a Y And my parents did it with a Y, so it was like gender neutral.
Yeah.
Same reason why Taylor Swift's parents named her Taylor.
Taylor is a great name.
It's such
Taylor's a really good
name.
name. It's a really good name. And also a noble profession.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, well, because both of her parents worked in finance, so they had like envisioned, oh, she's also going to go into finance, not become the biggest pop star in the history of the world. But they wanted it to be like a gender neutral name, so because of like misogyny and stuff, that they wanted it to, so it wouldn't come across as like a feminine name.
Yeah.
Against her, but also the name Taylor Swift.
Oh,
such a good name.
It's incredible.
Oh my god.
It's like you hear that and then you hear Elliot Olm. It's a bit sad.
That's a great name.
I don't know, is it? But like it's like Taylor Swift you can't get wrong.
Oh, it's such a, and to know that her brother's name is Austin.
Austin Swift? Austin, the home of the music.
I really hate the name.
It all
Austin.
adds up.
I dated an Austin.
Austin Butler.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, from
that was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of Elvis. Wait, was he?
He was
Elvis.
Elvis.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good in Dune.
Is he in Dune 2 or Dune
He's in
1?
Dune 2.
Is he in Dune 1? I've only seen half of Dune 1.
He is in... Yeah, Dune 1 I didn't like too much. Dune 1 I was like, cool. Dune 2 I was like, this is the greatest movie
okay.
I've seen all year.
I'll power through. I'll get to it.
It's just... there's a lot of... like, I think... Dune 2 feels more artistic in a way. Okay. It's less sci-fi and more just like... I think it's like a real cool, like... I think it's a bit more Kubrick inspired, potentially. Not that I've watched Space Odyssey. He's talking out of his ass. But it is very like there's a scene at the start where like there's I wish I'd never said that. There's a scene at the start where I'm sleep deprived.
Film bro.
Where these like I forgot there's Arrakis, which is the main planet, sand planet. And then there's the other one which is like this which they shoot the shots where it's where Austin Butler's character is from, that warring clan. And they all the scenes on that planet are shot in like this infrared, almost like an infrared camera, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, but it's all in black and white, super high contrast, freaky looking shots. Okay. And they're all bald. So like they really just like they're all just like blending.
Wait, is that where that GIF comes from?
I think so. They're in like there's a big Coliseum. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's as much of Dune 2 as I've seen.
Yes, very hot film.
It's a very. I was like, what is this movie about?
Yeah,
I thought it was about worms.
Well, they are part of it.
Okay.
And then there's the classically when you read it, there's the glossary at the back. And then you're watching the movie, and I'm like, I know what the words mean. I know what Shai Hulud means. I know what Gom Jabbar is.
Why, out of every, like, the thing that I think really killed me when I first started watching Dune on the plane, and I was like, can't do this, mate. And then I started watching it at home with Matt, and then both of us were like, I can't. I'm trying, because everybody was like, you gotta like stick it out. Yeah. It's like the first like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, you just gotta get through it, and then you're like, oh shit, this is good.
Yeah.
And
in the first 2 seasons.
And then I'm like, the name, like, to create like the universe that they did for Dune, me only seeing half of one, the name Duncan, Idaho, I can't explain to you how much that completely pulls me out of whatever.
I agree.
First name Duncan, hate the name Duncan.
Yeah,
Idaho.
Great. That's a state.
It's like Robert California from The Office.
Yeah.
But at least like Robert California, it makes sense for like his character. Duncan, Idaho.
I know a guy's last name is Paradise.
That's pretty good.
Kind of wild. I won't say his full name, but because security.
I was gonna ask.
It's kind of crazy. It's his first name's very fine. It rings. It's
Paradise.
Alliteration. Yeah, I think Idaho thing I think is ridiculous. Idaho. It's I think one of the only names in that where I'm like, that's why do we need to do that?
Yeah, well, it's because they have like all these like like they're obviously we're trying to make a universe here, and then they're like, what's this fellow gonna be called?
Yeah,
Duncan.
And who's he played? He's the one played by Thanos, I believe.
I haven't seen those movies.
Watching Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame in cinemas, knowing nothing else about the franchise, pre-COVID.
Are they good?
The cinema has never been the same. It was incredible.
Okay.
Pales only in comparison to the Minecraft movie, Chicken Jockey.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Me neither.
That's crazy.
I'm glad I didn't end up wasting money on that.
Are you sure you have Mr. Minecraft?
I'm not Mr. Minecraft in any way.
You do one brand deal one time.
Yeah,
in
okay,
Minecraft,
yeah.
and all of a
They
sudden
sent me
you're
to
a
London.
Mr. Minecraft.
Thank you. I forgot that I forgot that I even worked for them.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, and I won't say anything bad about them.
I mean, Minecraft seems like a very peaceful game. I've watched Matt play it.
Famously apolitical, as they told me when I was sharing certain things, that they were like,
I
"Hey,
mean,
can you take that
peaceful.
down?"
Seems like you're having a chill time.
Oh yeah. It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's sweet. It's very good. And then they've got the enemies, such as the warden and other creatures of the night.
I've seen some of the predator animals.
What?
Is that what?
Oh well, yeah.
I don't know what they are. I've only watched
The Enderman, the
Maybe.
Creepers, the skeletons, the zombies, and the pigmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
We were thinking, if there was a world, everyone, where Kel and I live probably in the same city or in at least driving distance away, we would be doing Minecraft Let's Plays. I hope you guys know that. We'd be doing stuff.
Definitely, that would be
it'd be wild, but it doesn't make any sense for now, because there's so much more design stuff to talk about.
So much all the time.
We went to Trader Joe's today. Full haul coming soon, probably next week, I guess, when you're recording, when this will be uploaded.
Yeah.
We've got weeks of content to fill out
Right.
I am on my world tour
Of 2 cities.
Then I go to Europe.
I mean, to finish it off in Europe, you're gonna be so tired by the time you get back.
I'm already so tired. That's just the thing. I'm like, what do you mean I'm away for a month and I have work to do that I didn't do before? You know, I'm like, it's not good. It's really I was immobilized by stress leading up to like the 24, 48 hours.
I really thought you had just locked in.
Kel sends me a full itinerary of what we're doing here. Beautifully designed.
Thank you.
So much heart put into it. I don't reply for like 36 hours.
I knew you were.
And I felt so bad.
No, I knew.
See, that's
the benefit of like doing things with other people who have ADHD, because I'm like, I know you've seen it.
Yeah.
I'm not holding you to any sort of expectation to reply, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I want to just like give you everything. You can go through it on your own time. You don't need to respond. I'm going to give you all the information for all of the questions you could possibly have. So then you can just digest it on your 6-day travel over here. So it's very digestible. And I like doing stuff like that. Like, part of me hate planning. The other part of me loves planning.
Yeah.
Autism and ADHD.
I can tell I was like, you enjoyed making this.
Oh, I was like, how do I want to do this? Because like I did it in Notion, and I was like starting to like play around, because I've had like clients send me briefs in Notion.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, I quite like this.
There's something magic about it, isn't there?
Yeah, it's better than like Basecamp, Monday, Asana.
God.
ClickUp, which is what I currently use, ClickUp. But then I have like some of my labels I work with use Asana and Monday. And then one of my clients started using Notion, and then they would send me a Notion link, and I was like, oh, I quite like this. It's very simple.
It's very simple.
Like, it's not trying to like, I don't feel like I'm going to get wrapped into some sort of like Elizabeth Holmes Ponzi scheme type of thing.
No.
Like, it's very like...
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
I like it. It's not like I'm not going in there to change the font. You know, I'm happy with the thing. It's like what Evernote once was back in the day. The elephant logo, the green elephant.
There's so many green elephant logos
There
in this
are.
world.
It's not a rare thing. But Evernote was one that I remember everyone had. I should have known I'd end up being a graphic designer one day or another. Everyone used to use Microsoft Word, Google Docs. And I was like the only one in my class using Evernote, because I wanted it looked a little bit better. I don't know, something about it was cleaner, the organization. It was very similar to Notion, but it was an app. Have you heard of Obsidian?
I think so.
It's more like the like you can build a database of your notes, and you know you could potentially like it all connects together in a way that, like, if you, I don't know, you're talking about Trader Joe's, for example, in a YouTube video, you can highlight the word Trader Joe's and then see all the other like it shows all the stems to what else it could be related to in other notes that you've written or other piece of inspo that you've put together. So it like keeps it
Oh,
all
I like that.
in the one mind. It's one of those
Okay.
old second brain kind of things that would probably take a while for it to set up and to actually be worth like using. But I hope one day I can get around one of those things.
I feel like I could really get into that.
There's a good YouTube video online called How to Make Your Own Digital Garden, all about this kind of stuff.
Ooh.
So it's like you actually, when you are on your phone, when you are on the computer, when you're off task, you're trying to use those devices as a way of curating inspiration and enjoying the website and the media that is there, rather than finding it like a useless thing. Like actually like trying to enjoy the things that you see and trying to remember them and writing notes about them and stuff.
I really liked that.
It's a lot of work, and I do think I use the internet just to switch my brain off. But I think there are better things to switch the brain off, such as, you know, Street Fighter 6 and talking to
Pokemon.
a wall. Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Obviously. I mean, I feel like that's what I have such mixed feelings about social media, and I don't have like, whenever I see someone going on like I need to do a digital detox of like, I hated my phone, so I got rid of it, and like, here's why you should not use any social media type of thing. And I never got any sort of satisfaction out of that type of content, because I'm like, I think you guys are just using it wrong. And like, it's certainly harder now because I feel like social media has changed quite a bit, especially over like the past 5 years. But like, I still get a lot of joy out of social media, and some apps like Twitter have changed a lot. But like, that is where a lot of like my social circles are. And I feel like the ways that I've organized myself online, like, I don't get overwhelmed by them in the same way that other people do. And so I don't find them, I guess, like as toxic for me, because I feel like I know like the type of content I do not like to engage with. So I like I will block. I love blocking. One of my favorite things to do. I love blocking accounts, people, brands.
Curate your own life. Curate your spaces.
I'm like, I'm a block fiend.
I'm a big muter.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
Love a mute.
Yeah.
Love a respectful follower and a mute.
I have a lot of that.
I'm not trying to make any bad blood, but I'll give the follow.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna mute you. You know, I don't want to see it.
Exactly. And I think it helps.
I rarely do that.
It's a boundary thing.
Yeah.
And when people ask like, how do you use social media in a healthy manner? I'm like, create your own boundaries. And there's going to be ways that people can get through those boundaries. But I feel like if you're really aggressive with putting your boundary in place, because like I've tried doing like the time thing where like you've reached your Instagram limit for the day.
Ignore, move on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, why did I do that to myself? I did the thing where you have to keep your phone a certain distance away from your face.
Oh.
I did it for like 3 days, and I was like, this is pissing me off.
Yeah.
So then I went and turned it off.
I still have a thing that from 8 till 6 every day, my phone is in grayscale mode. And every day at 8:01 a.m.,
You turn it back on.
Turn the shortcut off. I turn this color on. Because I'm like, why would I want to use my phone if it's in grayscale?
Exactly.
Which is the fucking point. But I'm like, I have no. If there's
I love
an option
the
to turn it
optimism
off,
that it might help.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're like,
helped to one day, and I was like, I don't like using phone in black and white. Oh, not as much dopamine. And then I think I just had to like, I don't know. I was scrolling Instagram or something, and I was like, well, I want to see this in full color.
Yeah, obviously.
This is inspiration. It's a design. And then, yeah, look, I've got an unhealthy relationship with phone, but I think that's healthy. I'm normal, regular. A lot of people have it. I do want to get. I wish I could throw my phone away forever, but
you could get a dumb phone.
I do want to do that. I do, and I think it would be good for me. But at the same time,
I did save an Instagram reel for you about how to like turn your phone into a dumb phone.
I saved several Instagram reels for you last night while I was going to bed with several cat videos and funny things. Because we should do a live react. I think we should somehow find a way. Maybe we film it tomorrow. Some kind of like react to live stuff. That would be hilarious.
One of my favorite things, like Julia has done this for me for years because I don't have TikTok. Like she, for the longest time, would download TikToks and then upload them to a Google Drive.
Oh my god!
And then send me the Google Drive link so
sweet.
I could like. I think curating videos, like I do it all the time for Matt, or I'm like, can I show you the Instagram reels that I've curated for you on this fine day?
Oh, it's awesome.
It's like
that's when it's healthy.
Yeah,
you can share it laugh.
I'm filtering through. I know the exact thing that will make Matt laugh. Like I have it curated down to like it. I know. And like I love doing that for people because I'm like, oh, this reminded me of this person. And I have a Instagram group chat with my younger sister and Matt where we explicitly send each other mythic polls where it's a
like
reel with
yeah.
4 likes.
Yeah.
And it's the most insane thing you've ever seen. And then it's always a tragedy where I'll go through and look through them, and then one of them blew up and I was like, I was here first. Like, it has to be I would say 5,000 likes.
Yeah.
For it to be considered like a mythic poll. But like the less the better, the more. And it also can't be from like a repost account.
Yes, it has to be organic.
Yes, has to be organic.
And that is what makes Reels and TikTok so good, is that it's social media in that anything you post can be seen by the entire world if the algorithm decides so. Yeah. I found in my liked YouTube videos, I was going through them the other day, I found my greatest mythic poll, only 100 views still to this day. Real niche. It's a Street Fighter 5 gameplay video that I randomly got on my suggested. This is like, you know when there's like
sometimes they'll show you something with like exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you get pushed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's weird how it's still under 50 views. I'm like, I must be the only one getting pushed this thing. And at that point I'm kind of like, I will determine the fate of this video.
Well,
if
your
I click
engagement
it,
will mean something.
Exactly. If I click it, I'm increasing the click-through rate. If I watch the whole thing and there's only 2 views, that's huge.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this could mean something for this video. So it's a lot of power, and I usually don't try and jump into it.
Yeah.
But I saw this Street Fighter gameplay video, and I was like, okay, let's check this out. I haven't played Street Fighter 5, so I'm always curious watching the older gameplay. And look, some of the characters in Street Fighter 5, especially the older Street Fighter games, there's many different costumes that you can wear, and some of the characters, you know, they're not wearing much.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So one of the two.
When I first started seeing some of the gameplay footage, I was like, and what is Elliot playing?
I play Jamie. Sometimes he takes off his shirt, and he's ripped.
I've seen some crazier footage.
Yeah. There's some you're like, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
This is a Guna game, as they call it.
Yeah. I did. I saw a book when I was at Barnes and Noble, and I was like, is this what Elliot's playing? And that's like not all. There's different versions of Street Fighter.
No, of course.
And I was like, okay.
It's a Guna game. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And you spend money to buy these specific costumes. So
I bet. I bet, and they're making a lot of money off.
Oh yeah, they are. But I saw this video, and one of them, you know, someone's not wearing to me because the other one is, I guess, I don't know which one this commentator was playing. I didn't think there'd be commentary. And as soon as like this one of these characters comes out, she comes out, you know, she's wearing hardly anything, and the commentary is like, it's this American guy who's just playing by himself, and the commentary going like, who's this? Hello. He's like, I know you're lucky, man. And it's a minute and a half.
47 views.
47 views of him playing this game, and he's just the entire time going like, oh yes, like this is great.
They're like, the game hasn't gone woke yet.
He's like, wow,
woke game.
God, am I a happy man? And he's just non-stop playing. It's like, it's a lot. I'll show it to you. It's so funny.
I need to see that.
But it's really like,
those
I feel
are
like
some
I'm
of my
sitting on a
favorite
gold mine knowing that this video exists.
Yeah.
Like, I really think like this is.
Do numbers on Instagram Reels.
You could post it on Instagram Reels, and then the caption would be like, least Guna Street Fighter player or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's something there.
Do you see the guy?
No, it's just a voice in the shadows. And
I'd
it's
love
a real
to see
like
what he
he's
looked
wearing like
like
a headset. You can tell like it's a shitty quality mic.
Oh, is it like kind of a blown out mic?
Good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
so funny.
Oh my god.
It's a real that game is toxic. Toxic game. Very, very weird community. But really fun to play. Really fun to master.
It's okay.
You know?
Matt plays Overwatch.
Guna game.
Yeah. So I called it gay Fortnite because it's
interesting. I would think Fortnite is gay Overwatch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Fortnite is such fun skins. You can play as Ariana Grande.
That's true.
You can play as Lady Gaga.
But in Overwatch, they're more like original characters.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Which is, and I know they do have like additional skins and stuff. And you know, I tried so hard to learn Overwatch.
Did you do it split screen?
Well, you see, so the thing about me, and I've tried so many times I've had so many partners very gently try to teach me how to use any sort of like first person shooter type of thing where you have two Joy-Cons.
Yes,
Of where you're looking and
one
then
to
where
move, one to look. And
so that's something that really disorients me.
Yeah.
To the point where I can't play the game. Like it is so
You'd love Street Fighter.
Hours.
Left and right.
I can only do 2D. Like just left, right, that's all I need. But if I have to look around like this and then also there's people trying to kill me.
Yeah.
I can't. And I've tried. Matt got me different controllers that have like a PS4 controller versus a PS5 controller.
Yeah, right.
They feel different.
They do.
And so he got me like a PS4 controller to see like if it would help me with that. And it's like if you watch me in gameplay, I'm running around looking down, everything's and then I'll like move and then I'm pointing exclusively up and then I'm just running around that way. It's
fair enough. It is weird when you think about it.
You do not want to play a game with me. Like it's really embarrassing. And
Street Fighter is a very similar thing actually. Many different ways you can play.
Would you play that on your computer or your
I
PS5?
played on the PlayStation.
Okay.
But either way, if I played on the computer, I'd also play. I have it on the computer too.
Okay. Which do you prefer?
I prefer it on PlayStation.
Okay.
Computer, I was doing it for a little bit because I wanted to stream it.
Mm.
I never streamed it, and then I had to delete the game because I kept playing it instead of working because it was on the computer now. See, we had issues. But also the cross-platform PlayStation 5 computer, the game wouldn't save my like ranks in with the characters, so I had to start fresh. And what you do is you play 10 games with a character to start. And those are placement games, and that determines where you are ranked.
Mm-hmm.
And both characters that I usually play, I did my placement games, and I was ranked higher of 10 placement games than I was having played 1 million on the PlayStation 5. Interesting. So I was like, maybe this will be an easy way of getting me into master rank. Yet didn't need that. Just needed to go on a 12-game win streak.
I was going to say, I feel like with enough time and effort on your part, you could get there.
Absolutely.
Regardless of any sort of
But there's a lot of talk in the Street Fighter community about which controller is the best, which is easier. And there's even a thing in Street Fighter now called modern controls. There's classic controls and modern controls. Of course, we all know this. Street Fighter very combo heavy, right? You got to know which thing, like which combo does each move. Modern simplifies the whole thing. Take Zangief, for example, the Russian wrestler. If he's if he's
what does he do?
He's got his big move.
Okay.
A wrestling move.
No way.
He bends them over and he does and down. He jumps up, spins around, down. Right? To do that with the joystick, you need to go around and then tap a button. Like you need to, I think, twice around for his special one.
Okay.
Right? That's quite a big movement. The whole turning around, and sometimes it doesn't register unless you get really good at it.
Right.
That's classic controls. Very hard for such a powerful move.
Okay.
Honestly,
well,
kind
that's
of
part
fair.
of the skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then comes modern controls.
You just hit
Introduce Street Fighter 6. You just hit triangle, and it grabs them and goes up and down. You can do instant reactions with just boom. And I play modern Zangief. It takes the fun out, but it rewards. It rewards. I don't know what it rewards, but I just feel. I feel
like a fraud?
I don't. I think it's hilarious. You feel like a troll.
Yeah.
You know when someone comes across as the strongest character in the game, Zangief, with modern controls, they're taking the piss a little bit, and I am taking the piss a little bit.
Yeah.
That relaxes me. Jamie with classic controls, I've mastered all of that. Literally, I'm in master rank, and it's hard, but like that's weird. I thought Benny was deaf and he just woke up to the clap sound.
You hit your chair.
Yeah.
He felt that.
It would have felt
He's very
fair.
sensitive
That's
with that
fair.
stuff.
That's very fair. I was about to be like fraud.
No, he's thrown us for a loop a couple times.
Yeah.
We're like,
yeah, it's like I swear.
how did you hear that?
That couldn't be a coincidence. But yeah, Jamie, I've got like my fingers hurt. Like I'll get like little blisters after playing like too much. That's when I binge it and I have to delete it.
You're like, I gotta delete.
I go like, it's not healthy for me anymore. Like my fingers feel
listening
awful.
to what Katie does during the day, and you're like,
my
thumb has a blister on it.
There is nothing worse than sitting at home on the couch after playing like 3 hours of Street Fighter, fingers hurting so much, and then your loving girlfriend who's worked a hard law job comes home to see that. And you're like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, do you get any peace? I'm trying to do a thing and where some days I won't be home when she comes home, just to give her like the experience of coming home to an empty house, because I feel like it would drive you crazy.
Outside.
Yeah. Just like wait a bit, you know, go
do a lap
do
around
a little
the building.
lap, exactly, and then come back. Because like, what do you know, like imagine every single day that you know they're home. I feel like that would drive you a bit crazy. I can't say because I'm not in that position. I work from home.
I mean, it was an interesting, like when we first started working from home at the start of the pandemic, Matt was like, "You're just always home now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, you're always home." He was like, "Well, that's fine, but like now you're always home." And I was like, well, "I like being home. It's kind of nice."
Yeah.
But
it's a new dynamic.
Yeah. It was so funny early on in the pandemic watching so many couples break up because they had to spend like more
it was
than,
make
like,
or break time.
It was so funny. I knew so many people who broke up.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking? My relationship never had been better. Yeah. I was like, now I finally like we have time to spend.
I was like, haven't you guys gone on like holiday together? You know, like I feel like that's usually a good make or break thing.
I mean, it begs the question: do you guys like your partner? Because I don't think you do.
That's true. Some people just don't, and I'm like, why? How?
Yeah.
How do you do that? You know?
Exactly. I'm like, I don't have the patience.
No.
For that.
You guys don't have fun.
Yeah.
You guys don't play. You don't tell your partner every day, come on, just try Street Fighter, and she's like, you're gonna beat me. There's no way that our skills can match, and I'm like, it's not about that. It's about the joy.
The time together.
It's beautiful. We love each other.
Exactly.
Split Fiction, great game to play with couples. I really enjoyed that. It Takes Two, another classic. You played any of these games? You'd probably fall into something where you would change the camera angle and change. But it's from a third person perspective. Might be easier.
That's generally easier.
Did you play Super Mario Galaxy?
Yeah, I could play that.
That's
totally fine. But as soon as I'm in like first person, I'm toast.
Fair enough. You should play Split Fiction. Really good game. Made for 2 players.
Is it on the PS5?
It is on the PS5.
Okay. We can do that.
It's really fun. Really creative way of utilizing the split screen staple.
It just right down the middle. Is that the creative use of it?
One character is a science fiction writer. The other character is a more
it's like a story.
Fantasy writer. Yeah. Okay. And both of them are getting their ideas stolen from them by a big company. And as part of that, they are immersed in their own books that they've written, their own stories that they have written. So you bounce back and forth between sci-fi worlds for the boys.
Right.
I feel like that's what the game is trying to do. They do it in It Takes Two as well, with
do they have
the husband is a harder character to play.
Fashion for the wife.
The fantasy dragons and but like, which I guess ties into more of like the recent trend in books, you know, like a Crown of Thorn. I think Crown of Thorn, you know, that kind
I can't
of,
read,
but
I know people who do read.
It ties
they're
into,
capable.
So it's like got both kind of sides, and then there's other things as well. It's really fun. Very good looking game. It's like, wow, these graphics are great. It's wow.
I can get into that.
And they like merge the screens together at some point. It's cool. Really cool.
I could get into that.
Yeah. They're not paying me to say this or anything. Like I'm not, like, you know, it's a good 15 hours.
The whole game?
Yeah. Short and sweet.
Okay. I could get behind that. Easy. I tried doing The Last of Us years ago.
Yeah.
Too scary.
Yeah, that's fair. I never played it.
I'm too jumpy. I can't do games.
There's
like
some
that.
fun. There's some yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, there's a game called Outer Wilds, right? Favorite game I've ever played.
Is it a computer game?
It is a computer game, but it's also on the PlayStation stuff. But it's you're like a space explorer, and you have a solar system of like, I think 7 planets, and there's like in your home planet, there's kind of like a museum that suggests there's this kind of thing to look for, I guess, out there in the solar system, but you know nothing about it. And it's kind of just you and like a few NPCs and stuff, and you get your little spaceship, and you have like a basically like a 20-minute cycle to see as much as possible, and then you kind of get to you kind of start again, and each run you try and learn more and more about this solar system, and you piece it all together until it comes to this big conclusion.
Oh. And
I won't say any more because it ruins the game entirely. The more you learn about the game, the less fun it is. I think it's the best one. You have no idea.
Okay.
But I didn't think that. I guess the scary part of that is the unknown, and it scared the shit hit out. I'm like a deep water don't like kind of guy, you know. And it does tap into that a little bit.
Okay, but it's space.
It's worth it. But it's space.
Okay, that's fair.
But that's my recommendation. Everyone out there, that's a fucking good game. Okay, that made me go.
What is it called?
My goodness, Outer Wilds.
Outer
Wilds.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
Accent.
I think it came out the same year as the game, as a game called Outer World or something. There's
another
game which sounds similar to it. Yeah. One was like a AAA bigger game. The other one an indie publisher. But yeah, it's very, very, very beautiful game. This Outer Wilds.
You're excited for the new Grand Theft Auto?
I never played GTA. It was banned in my household. So I'd just go to my friend's house and they'd take me to the strip club when I was a kid. I'd be like, oh my God, this is crazy.
And you're probably still playing the same Grand Theft Auto that's been out for this whole time, but now there's a new one coming out.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out, exactly. That's the thing. I played Red Dead Redemption, the same people who made Grand Theft Auto. Loved that.
Matt plays Red Dead.
Yeah, great game. But GTA 5 I never touched. Interesting. There's a great a friend of mine, Tom Walker, he's a comedian and a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. He just uploaded a full supercut of a Twitch thing he was doing where he was playing GTA 4, but all the cars in the game had been turned up to their speed had been set to 9,999 kilometers per hour.
Oh my God.
And except his car. So the whole thing is he has to finish the game, but the cars are just like, you'll just be walking and you just get sent to the horizon by a car. A car comes out of nowhere every 2 seconds, and it's just. I remember watching him play like the first time he played it, and he just couldn't stop laughing because they truly were just flying like cars. You look at, you're talking to someone, and then a car will just sweep them up, send them to the horizon. They're still talking to you because they have those like active cutscenes, so things are always happening, and things are just flying everywhere. And then you look at like 10 episodes later, and he's just like trying to finish this game, and he's not even laughing when the cars are just like absolutely sending him into these walls. It's the most brilliant idea I've ever seen for like a let's play kind of thing.
What an insane idea. I mean, I guess it makes sense given Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
It makes sense for it to be a car.
What if play game but car go real fast? Fast.
Not just like a little fast, like
no, like
space.
Like they barely touch you and you fall. Yeah.
That's
any hill.
Do you live?
They're just going up. The hill's a ramp.
Like, does it kill you?
Oh, instantly.
Okay.
Yeah. If not instantly, then when you land,
or something.
Right? Yeah, no, it just like he has to like walk on the train tracks and like just watch the road below, and they're just all like flying. But then one might like hit a corner of the window and fly upwards and hit him off the sky. It's very good stuff, and you just like, how do you come up with it? It's quite admirable. Then I watch that, and I go, what's the graphic design equivalent of this? Like, how can I do something? What's the Photoshop version of that? And there isn't, but you know, I'm like, what? That's the thing with what we do.
Yeah.
You can only do so much.
I'm trying to think of what it could be.
It's probably 1,000 logos and 1,000.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Programming all of your shortcuts to do very permanent changes.
That's
nothing reversible.
There's a thing I did in the
in your
ad. In the ad. Yeah. I like that. That
was
fun.
good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Like 10 shortcuts or something that are bad, like that you need to know as a graphic designer. You can do something like that.
Yeah.
I do think flattening and saving, flatten, save, and force quit is such a funny combo.
It's genuinely like a really good approach, because there are so many times where I'm working on a design, it's going well until it's not.
Yeah.
And I want to like send a hole through my screen.
Flatten, save,
that's what that button is for.
Yeah.
So it's actually like a very realistic, because the next day it forces you to start over.
It does.
And then you try again, and then it might be better.
But you have some kind of reference.
Yeah.
But a
you've already worked out some of the slop.
On. Yeah, you can't work on it anymore because it's been flattened.
Yeah, but you have it as like a visual reference.
Yeah. It's basically a JPEG at that point.
Yep.
I think I say that in the ad. Bombing.
It's
bombing
not.
So hard.
No, it's not.
That's so hard.
Good thing you only have like a bunch more to post.
Oh, 3 in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
2 of which I haven't done yet?
Girl, same. I have 2 I have to do.
I love Reels. I definitely don't wish I was doing a YouTube video instead. Oh, I love,
Yeah.
No, I do. Thank you to the companies who've reached out. I've just done too many Reels this year already. all my life. In fact, I think I'm done with reels. I think I've reached my capacity.
But the thing is that you are unfortunately good at them, and that's why people pay you to do them.
I hate them until I have the idea, and then I go, ooh, this
exactly.
might be good. Yeah.
That was me writing my sandwich script. I was like, I got absolutely nothing. I texted you saying, what the fuck do I do, man? Like,
and then it just came together, and I was like,
and then we came together.
I was like, this is good. I was like, damn, there's heart in this. And I looked at it and I went, I lost that a long time ago. I went, wow.
I have a couple ideas I want to run by you for our reels that we have, like the same brand deal that we have to do. And I need to run some ideas by you to make sure they make some sense.
Yeah.
Because I unfortunately don't want to do an earnest one, and I know they want some earnest one, but I want it to be.
No one wants earnest ones. No audience wants earnesty.
It's like I prefer earnesty for YouTube.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Reels, I prefer them to be more lighthearted, and I feel like for the format, exactly. Like I'm not going to do like a think piece on Instagram Reels. Like I want to have a hee haha.
You should have seen me in here at 1:30 a.m. watching Reels. I was losing my mind.
I
got curated. I don't know if it's because I'm in America now.
Sometimes the real curation, like sometimes it's horrible, but then other times I'm like, I'll be in bed, tears.
Legit.
Like I'm like it's and then I watch them back the next day and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong?
There's a great video. I'm going to show this to you the thing, but I'll describe it for everyone. I'm sure it'll be just as good. Mm-hmm. There's a little Jack Russell, right?
Oh God.
And the caption is just like snappy little fecker. Hashtag snappy little fecker. And it's this dog stuck in a hole. This old Jack Russell, this fat old Jack Russell stuck in a hole.
Yes.
And it's trying to get out, and it's just barking, and it just can't get out of the hole. It's too deep, and it's just barking.
That's a likely situation. As someone who grew up with Jack Russells, very likely situation for them to get into.
Right. And this guy, the owner, is just trying to grab the dog, but it keeps biting. Like it's snappy, right? It keeps trying to bite. So what they did was they kind of like wrapped it up in like a little leash, and they were using the rope to like kind of like pulley it out. Yeah. Right. And they finally successfully do. And the dog is kind of just walking around like everything's normal, turns around, walks back into the hole. And I'm like, yes. I was watching the video, I was like, go back. Yes. I was like, this is brilliant.
That's very much a Jack Russell thing. It's completely and entirely on brand for them, and it is a dog I will never own.
Oh, because of it, I can't. They're gorgeous. They're so dumb.
They're smart. They're smart and dumb at the same time.
Oh yeah.
They have like an awareness that's a little scary.
Yeah, very human-like dog.
Yeah, my parents just keep getting them.
Yeah,
my parents have their fourth one now.
Katie's family's on their second.
I don't know.
Father and son.
Yeah,
apparently they used to get quite intimate.
Oh. Oh dear God.
Yeah.
I mean, my family dog that died 2 years ago was the one who bit off my sister's finger.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's why I have it tattooed. A lot of people ask me what my most meaningful tattoo is. It was the time that I watched my family dog bite off my sister's finger. Because it was a traumatizing event both of us went through.
Did the dog swallow
it? Well, she didn't necessarily bite it clean off, and that was part of the problem.
Yeah.
And for
sure.
Yeah, and it was tough, but then my mom was like, I can't believe you got a tattoo of the worst day of my life. And my sister Isla and I were like, well, it's a little funny.
Yeah,
like
I think
she
it's
laughs
great.
About it. Like, and yeah, like I was there for the whole thing. I watched it all happen.
Yeah.
Extraordinarily traumatizing, and it was. We have a goof and a gaff about it now, and so then the dog lived till she was like 15.
Full of human nutrients.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like Jack Russells are some of those dogs. They say like either they live till they're like in their mid to late teens, or they die before they're 2 because they get stuck in a hole. They get into like one of my dogs growing up was he got into a tussle with a pack of coyotes.
Because they think they're tough.
He unfortunately did not make it out of there, but it's like it's one of those things where they die before they're 2 because they just get into some shit. They're such like they're like hunting dogs, and so they fight to like the death. So either they die then or they live until and Haley miraculously, don't know how she lived that long.
Yeah,
because she got in a lot of fights with a lot of dogs. She was a fighting dog. And my sister lost part of her finger because of it. but was very, very funny. And when I showed her the tattoo, she was like, oh, that's very sweet, very sentimental. My mom was like, oh my God. How dare you. And she also hated my tattoos, and now she's cool with them. Because now she has like 7 tattoos.
I think my parents need to get a tattoo.
They just need to get over it.
I think so.
My mom has 2 Dave Matthews Band tattoos.
I think still, wow.
Yeah.
In honor of the bridge?
Obviously. Every time I bring that up with my mom, she's like, that was a very dark day in the fandom. And I was like, but it's a hilarious one.
Darker day for the people on the boat.
think about the people on the boat. Have you seen my Dave Matthews Band hat?
No. Oh, I think so. Yeah. It's something
like I survived the cruise thing.
So good.
And then I wore it to All Things Go 2 years ago, and so many people are like, that.
It's a conversation.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And then I wore with my shirt that said, it's like the old Spotify art of like this is, and then like whatever artist. So it said like this is Taylor Swift, but instead of it being Taylor Swift, it is what's her name? Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. So the overlap of Taylor Swift fans and Better Call Saul fans, I think it's just me. But so many people are like, I don't know who that is on your shirt, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's okay, it's for me. So I wore that with my Dave Matthews Band hat, and people are like, this is crazy.
My God.
This is crazy.
The comedy combo.
Thank you. I'm hilarious.
The clown.
And with zip-off hiking pants, which are great pants to wear to a music festival.
I wish these were zip-off hiking pants.
I'm kind of surprised they're not.
Because on a hike, I'm not going to be able to wear these.
Well, because then you could just vent the knee if you want.
This is the thing. There's no ventilation on this at all. Very hot on the plane. Very hot on the plane.
Do you have any zip-off pants?
No.
I feel like you'd
I'm
really...
a tearaway.
Oh.
It's not true. But I would, though.
If
very
you told
Benson
me you
Boone of me.
Very NBA fan of you.
Yeah. Oh,
Ex Benson Boone.
That'd be cool. Wizards. Heather Benson.
He's not named Benson after Benson Boone, guys. I promise. You need to know that. He predates Benson Boone. And he came with the name Benson. And he just looks like a Benson. Is he awake?
Born just in time for Benny Blanco. Born too late for Benson Boone.
Exactly. Except he's perfect.
How long have we been going for?
We're an hour and a half.
Oh, maybe we should call it.
I think so.
We've got more stuff to make.
We do. Guys.
Song of the week.
Every time. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
Well, this is it's quite different here.
I love when my phone gets trapped in it won't actually let me unlock.
Yeah, mine's been doing that. It's the iOS issue.
That's coming.
Oh, new release from Benny Sings. Maybe he's named after Benny Sings.
All I know is that the people who had Benny before me, if I catch you for what you did to this cat.
He's in good hands now.
He's in good hands. He's in much better hands now.
And he loves me.
Honestly. He really does.
Uneven number for the Kelliot Song of the Week. All solo episodes?
Because we, my guest added 3 songs for us.
Yes.
No, 2 songs.
Greedy. Yeah, 2.
No, he did, because he wanted to do one for each of us.
Cute. That's quite cute.
So.
I should know that.
Let's see. I always go to my on repeat of like whatever I've been really.
I do the top of the like songs.
Ooh, that's a good.
And this one today, I've got a good one. I actually know the artist who made this. It's very exciting.
Ooh, okay.
My song of the week, everyone, this week is a song called Swim Back by the great artist Montaigne, Australian singer-songwriter, who is coming out with a new album very soon, I think. In 30 days, I think it said on the thing.
It's that time of year.
It is. And I am friends with this person, which is pretty sick.
Ooh, Nepo friends.
It's pretty fucking awesome. And this, I hadn't listened to, I think I had only listened to one of the pre-release songs. There's like 4 release songs from this album. I'd only listened to one. And I really liked it, but never got around to listening to the others. Okay. And I listened to them on the plane. And this one Swim Back, I was like, fuck, man. All of them, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. This is like, you know, like this is real, like some of my favorite music I've heard this year. So Swim Back goes into it.
I love finding a song that makes you go, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
I
think it's the thing of like whenever you have creative friends and stuff, especially like friends who make music, you're like, you know, cool. It's cool that you make music, and then you're like, but you know,
You
I
make
think it's
good
always like,
music.
oh my goodness, not just like always made good music, but it's like fucking great. I'm like, wow.
I can't believe I know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're very excited for this album release, and I can tell why. It's like I think it's gonna make some moves.
All right.
I really like this song.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I think mine is Running Out of Time by Ash. That is at the top of my liked songs
Nice.
from this past week. Very good. I'm fond of Ash. Cool stuff, good artwork.
Running out of time, running out of
It's kind
time.
of like a country song.
Oh,
But
folk.
yeah, America.
That's where I am right now.
Well, guys, we'll see you in the next one. We've got some more stuff planned for you, so strap in.
Yeah, I think I found my
Let's strap on.
stride halfway through this episode. I think I got
I
over
could tell.
the input. Yeah, okay, cool.
I could tell. So we have to keep going.
I'm gonna put that in the chapters. Elliot finds his stride.
It lands back on Earth.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. Would you believe? That's crazy.
Can you believe it?
It's crazy.
Can you believe it? We can make so many more jokes because we can
I
butt
know.
in
Exactly.
without doing the internet.
Two people love
you know?
who love interrupting.
Yeah. You can really just say, you can just go. La, 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 la.
Yeah.
I think I got so, maybe that's the thing. I got so used to like letting
The
it
lag.
sit, or,
Yeah.
you know, the lag and everything.
Yeah.
This is like you can just do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, interrupting isn't always bad. Sometimes I'm just joyously excited to continue the conversation.
Well, because it's the worst thing with the online thing. It's because I don't want to interrupt mid sentence.
Yeah.
You want to interrupt like in the tiny little pause.
Yeah.
But
and
like,
it's so hard to time that.
it's hard because the pause,
There's a
because
slight lag.
if the pause is, you're like, oh, is it a short pause? Is there going to be another sentence, or is this going to be a pause? And is it like?
And then sometimes your
say
internet
something?
just completely disconnecting, and I think you're just really holding on a joke, because
Yeah.
there were a couple times where you froze, like, and I didn't know if you were like doing a bit,
I would do that though.
and that's what I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah.
and I was like,
I've got issues.
damn, bro, really hasn't moved like 30 seconds.
And I'm there being like, what's going? And then I'm telling a joke,
And
and
then
you're
you're
not
like,
you're frozen on the
"No."
reaction, and I'm like, was it that funny?
It used to be my internet that went down, and now it's yours.
I got issues. I gotta fix that.
So, anyway, do you guys like our Fisk shirts?
Yeah,
We're both wearing Fisk
better
shirts.
late than never. Because they're based in Portland,
They are Portland's
and
finest.
they're talented people.
Great people over there.
Portlandia. Portland
I like
Trail
Portlandia.
Blazers. You like it?
I like the show.
Never watched it.
It's pretty good. Unfortunately, a lot of the bits are very accurate.
Yeah.
I see why people of Portland hate Portlandia. It's a mirror. So.
We always hate the one that reflects the most.
Yep. All right, guys. I'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, wait. I can do this one now. It hurts my hand. What's that?
What am I doing? See, I can't do this. I never understand.
This one?
Which one's that?
You're younger
Oh,
than
no.
me.
I like, listen to the thing. I've
You're
been
younger
shown
than
this
me.
one.
You
I
need
can't
to
even do it.
this. Can I do it?
Oh,
I
like
don't know.
that. Fuck
You
me.
can do it. You can. There we go. My sister showed me how to do it.
I think Katie tried to, but it fucked my head so much.
Can you switch back
Sometimes
and
I
forth?
have sometimes I have troubles visualizing 3D objects in my head. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Goodbye.